How much money should you actually have saved at your age? If you're 25, should you already have $10,000? What about 35? Should you have $50,000? $100,000? And if you're 50 with almost nothing saved, are you completely screwed? The answer is probably not what you think. Because instead of focusing on one magic number, financial planners often use something much more useful: your income. So let's go through the numbers, from your 20s all the way to retirement, and see where you actually stand. Age 25. Let's start at 25. At this age, don't panic if you don't have a huge amount of money saved. You're probably just getting established in your career, and you may still be dealing with student loans, rent, or other expenses. A reasonable early goal is to start building an emergency fund and, most importantly, begin investing for retirement. Because at 25, your biggest advantage isn't money. It's time. Even relatively small investments have decades to compound. Age 30. By age 30, a commonly used benchmark is to have roughly 1 year's salary saved for retirement. So if you make $60,000 a year, your target would be around $60,000. That might sound intimidating. But remember, this doesn't necessarily mean $60,000 sitting in your bank account. It can include money you've accumulated in retirement accounts like a 401k or IRA. And now things start accelerating. Age 40. By 40, the benchmark jumps significantly. A common target is around 3 times your annual salary. If you're making $80,000 a year, that's approximately $240,000. And this is where starting early really begins to matter. Someone who started investing at 25 has already given their money 15 years to grow. Someone starting at 40 has much less time to catch up. Age 50. At 50, the commonly cited target is approximately 6 times your annual salary. So if you're earning $100,000 a year, that would mean roughly $600,000 saved for retirement. That number might look enormous. But by this point, something interesting should be happening. A significant part of your wealth growth can start coming not from the money you're putting in, but from the money your investments are generating. Your money is increasingly working alongside you. Age 60. By age 60, the benchmark is roughly 8 times your salary. At a $100,000 salary, that's around $800,000. And by age 67, a commonly cited target is around 10 times your annual salary. For someone earning $100,000, that's about $1 million. But here's the part most people miss. These numbers are not rules. They're benchmarks. Someone planning to retire in New York City and travel internationally every year may need dramatically more than someone planning a simple retirement in a low-cost area. Your debt, lifestyle, Social Security benefits, housing costs, retirement age, and expected spending all change the equation. So if you're watching this and you're behind the number for your age, don't treat it like a financial death sentence. The more important question is, what are you doing from this point forward? Because being behind at 35 and starting today is very different from being behind at 35 and waiting another 10 years. And if you're already ahead, don't automatically increase your lifestyle just because your income increases. The real goal isn't to hit some magical number. It's to eventually reach the point where working becomes a choice instead of a necessity.